Today is about the biggest rapper in the world, Eminem. Before we start, like and subscribe. His full name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III, and he has several nicknames, including Eminem and Slim Shady. He was born into a Christian family and his beliefs and religion are Christian. In addition to his work in the field of singing, he worked in acting and music production. He was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, USA. Eminem is considered one of the famous singers, especially in the world of rap, and he has millions of fans and followers around the world. He has many albums, including an album that released more than 2 million copies and was distributed around the world. Eminem depicted his life and everything that happened, suffered, and went through in his life in a movie called Mile 8. Some criticized him because his songs contained some homosexual lyrics, but he used to say they were normal songs and denied all of that. Among his most famous albums is the Slim Shady, which he released in early 1972, in addition to the Marshall Mathers era. This album is considered the best-selling album in the history of rap music. Eminem was born on October 3, 1972 in St. Joseph, USA. He never met his father as his father left home and left them when Eminem was a young boy and his father rejected all his calls to meet him. His mother took care of him and cared for him, and the nature of her work required him to move from one place to another. He stated that he changed schools 2 or 3 times a year, and those conditions were not good for him. These circumstances made his life isolated, and he did not have any close friends. He was treated in isolation in every school, which greatly affected his psychology throughout his life. He also accused his mother afterward, including that she had raised him wrongly and was using drugs. His mother filed a defamation lawsuit against him, and the case ended with $1,600 in compensation for her and nothing else. He loved the English language very much, and he used to say, "No matter how bad I was at school, no matter how low my grades, I was always good at English, and I felt that if I wanted to be able to have all these words at my disposal and in my mind whenever I needed them, they would be stored on my mind and present." He started with the emerging hip-hop music and excelled in rap music and continued to engage in many battles in it and always excelled in rap music. Eminem was a failed student in his studies, and the reason for this was that he moved from one school to another due to the pressures of his family, which constantly moved between the states of America. At one of those schools, Lincoln High School, Eminem formed many friendships, the most important of which were with Proof, who became one of his best friends, and Kimberly and Scott, who was called Kim. Eminem had a strong relationship with Kim that lasted for a long time, and when she became pregnant from him, Eminem began looking for someone to produce a record for him so that he could provide money for his new family. He succeeded in this and produced his first album entitled Infinite, which was released in 1996. Unfortunately, the album did not achieve the success and income that Eminem had hoped to achieve. Eminem's first work failed, and as a result Kim decided to end her relationship with him and also deprive him of his little daughter, born on December 25, 1995, whom they named Haley. Eminem is very proud of her and has stated in more than one place that she is the most important thing in his life and that he lives for her. Perhaps the many songs he mentioned in it are evidence of his intense love for her, including Mockingbird and Haley. Haley also performed My Dad's song, Haley. Haley also performed My Dad's Gone Crazy herself with her father. Eminem mentioned this in his song When I'm Gone after Kim decided to leave him and deprive him of his daughter Haley, and after deep thought, Eminem made his decision. He decided to commit suicide, and without hesitation he bought an entire box of Tylenol, the most popular painkiller in America, swallowed several pills, and sat waiting to die. But it seems that death was not welcome. Eminem survived death, then decided to put the idea of suicide out of his mind because he found that there is weakness in suicide, and what our star hates most is weakness. He lived persecuted until that point in his life and would never die that way. He also decided to strive to sing and create his future and fame. He also decided to patch things up with his ex-girlfriend Kim, and he succeeded in both. In 1998, Dr. discovered Dre, the famous producer and rap singer. Eminem promised him that he would lead him to the doors of international fame, and thus Eminem succeeded in moving forward with Aftermath, which is owned by Dr. Dre and Interscope, to produce his second album and actually started recording songs. On February 23, 1999, Eminem released his second album, entitled The Slim Shady LP, and the album achieved great success. The album achieved tremendous success and was a shock to the entire American society. Perhaps this album was the main reason for Eminem's fame because it is strange, and we are talking about a society that searches for the new with all ferocity. This album was a fundamental reason for his marriage to Kim on June 14, 1999. The album achieved success. A success that Eminem himself did not expect but Dr. Dre did expect. He was certified platinum 4 times, and the song, My Name Is, achieved unparalleled success. It seems that Eminem was thirsty for success, so his third album, the Marshall Mathers LP, which was released in May, was not late. Year 2000. This album achieved great success as it sold 2 million copies upon its release, achieving the record recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records as the fastest-selling album in the world. The song The Real Slim Shady achieved huge success and became the most popular song in America. The album also remained in first place among England albums for a long time. With Eminem's success, legal problems began to appear, the first of which was his mother Debbie suing him for defaming her, especially in the song My Name Is, and also for his claims in television interviews that she used drugs a lot and that she was always unconscious. Debbie said in her lawsuit against her son his words were not true to the truth, and she demanded $10 million in compensation. In the end, the court awarded her compensation of only $25,000, which angered her greatly. She asked to reconsider the lawsuit, but the judge refused. This was in 2001, and Eminem responded to that event in 2002 in the song, Without Me, in a sarcastic statement. I just settled all my lawsuits. FCKU Debbie. With Eminem's arrival to stardom, problems began to appear between him and his wife because he witnessed her kissing another man in front of a restaurant, namely Guerrera, which Eminem mentioned in the song Sing for the Moment. This led to Eminem changing his treatment of his wife, as he began to treat her harshly and often treated her harshly. He beat her, and because of his bad treatment of her, Kim tried to commit suicide by cutting the arteries in her hand. Eminem talks about that incident from Haley's point of view in the song When I'm Gone. After that incident, in 2001, Kim asked for a divorce from Eminem and the daughter had to move. Between the two of them, Eminem bears all of her expenses until after these events. Eminem entered the filming of the movie The Wash with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Eminem has sold more than 65 million copies of his albums around the world and is considered, according to Guinness World Records, the fastest rap artist to sell his albums. Eminem returned to his wife Kim again in January 2006 and held a small party attended by his best friends, including Proof, who was later killed. Eminem's songs are always angry and discontent, and most of them revolve around his personal life and the events he goes through with his mother, wife, or daughter, or discuss political decisions and social conditions in the United States of America. Eminem has many enemies in the artistic community, such as Ja Rule, Cannabis, Mariah Carey, Fred Durst, DJ Lethal, Jermaine Dupri, Moby, and others, but nevertheless he has good relationships with many singers, such as Marilyn Manson. My Name Is the first rap video to reach #1 on MTV. There is a tattoo on Eminem's left arm with the name Proof, which expresses his love and sadness for his friend Proof, who was killed by a gunshot to the head as a result of an argument. Here our journey with the legend Eminem ends. As you can see, his life is full of events. I think you can now understand the words of his songs and what he means by them. I also think you know why the public loves him and considers him a symbol of the art of rap. If you like making stories about celebrities, write in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.